Welcome back. It's still Channels Beam, and the state of the nation has been the topic we have been discussing. Of course, a very, very intelligent and robust discussion by our contributors on the online. That's the Google Plus Hangout. However, we're now joined by Tunde Leye. Tunde, thanks for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so when you look at everything that is going on now, there's been so many talking points, so much drama going on here and there in the country, talking about the state of the nation. Where exactly would you put the state of this nation at the moment?
To borrow from Chude's book title, we're at a turning point. I tend to see the nation as a ship that needs to be steered. It can be steered either way, depending on the decisions that we make and the way we handle the issues that it throws at us. I think we have problems, big problems. I'm not sure about the will of the leadership to solve those problems, but I also think that people are beginning to be more interested in the problems that we have. Nigerians usually are said to be the happiest people on earth in spite of having some of the biggest problems. And Fela even sang, Suffering and Smiling. But today Nigerians are beginning to become a bit more uncomfortable, a bit more dissatisfied with the status quo. And as a couple of things have shown, when we get dissatisfied enough, we can actually move the government to act. And that's what we need to do a bit more often so that we can get action until the action becomes part and parcel of the government.
So just going by what you just said now, you just made a mention of some problems. What exactly are these problems you're talking about?
There's some fundamental problems that we have as a nation. We have an identity problem. Identity in terms of, if I wrote something today or I say something on this program today, there are a lot of people that the first thing they will check is what my name is. And the reason they will check what my name is because they want to place me. They want to put me in a category. Oh, he's a Yoruba guy. And then the views that I put forward in this program will be judged through the prism of my Yorubaness. So it's almost impossible for a lot of people in Nigeria to see the Nigerian before they see the tribe that the Nigerian is from. And I tell people over and over again when we have conversations that, you see, Nigeria is not the only nation in the world where we have different tribes. What other people have done is to be able to create a sense of identity to the level where it's not contradictory to be from your tribe and from your nation as it is today. It is contradictory for a lot of people to be both somebody from the Niger Delta or a Yoruba guy or a Kanuri guy or a Hausa guy and be Nigerian. And that's one of the fundamental problems that we have. We need to create a common sense of identity.
Right, so from, all these things you've said, and just to wrap up this conversation, what solutions would you prefer? What would you advise those in authority, of course, to do so that we move from where we are to where we ought to be?
I'm of the school of thought that incremental solutions are the most important that any nation should have. Recently, I wrote something and I talked about contrasting between people that say we want a major revolution, violent one that would just upset the balance of things in this nation. But the question I ask, the reality of the nation is this. If somebody whose name is Tunde Leye picks up a gun and begins to shoot everybody in the name of a revolution, some people somewhere will say he's probably leading some Yoruba cause. That's not how we can solve our problems. I'm saying that our makeup does not support that kind of solution. The solutions that we want to have are incremental solutions. And I've pointed out one or two of them. Solutions that flow from, first, putting in the proper legislation to solve a problem. For example, the legislations that culminated in the power reforms that are ongoing started in 2004, 2005. Not even this current administration. It started from the Obasanjo administration. But people pushed and pushed and pushed until it has gotten to where it is now. So it hasn't solved all of the problems, but I think it's getting closer to solving that problem. And that's a fundamental problem. In the same way, we need those kind of solutions where we solve the fundamentals and then we push and push and push over time, over subsequent administrations However, things are so bad that we also need quick wins, and there are some quick wins that we can have. So we need to do the quick wins, and we need to then do the long term. For example, you can't start talking long term for resolving security issues. You need to solve that security problem immediately and then look long term at the fundamental things that cost those security challenges. But you need to do the immediate one of solving the security challenge, securing people's lives immediately. That's what we need to do. Solve immediate problems that are, glaring, and then begin to look at fundamental issues and solve them in the long term.
Tunde, thanks for coming on the program this afternoon and sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Sure. That was Tunde Leye, a writer, author, and publisher, giving us his views on where the state of the nation is and where it should be. However, your views are still coming in through our social media platforms as Facebook, Twitter, as well as Google+. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to read through some of them before reviewing the 5 most viewed videos on our YouTube channel the past week. Right back. Don't go away. Another great discussion. To watch them all over again, visit our website. It's channelstv.com and our YouTube channel, youtube.com/channelsweb. Loads of your comments coming in, but we have time for just a few.
Let me say prestissimo. That is as quickly as possible.
In the past week, both old and new visitors to Channels TV's YouTube channel watched the video of Mr. Obahiagbon speaking about crisis in Rivers State, making it the 5th most viewed video.
Has all the trappings.
In the ongoing effort to locate.
At the number 4 spot is a Channels TV report on the Nigerian government accepting help from the United States government in finding the Chibok girls. A video of the recent bomb blast in the central area of Jos is the 3rd most viewed video. The 2nd most viewed video is Channels Television online streaming platform on YouTube. Viewers from around the world can watch Africa's best TV station from the comfort of their mobile phones and computers. Viewers are still watching the video showing Nigeria's First Lady, Patience Jonathan, displayed emotion over the abduction of over 200 girls in Chibok. This video is still at the top.
Those were some of the comments you sent, and of course, the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel for the past week. The state of the nation still remains the way it is, despite efforts to move to the next level. And unless more efforts is put in place, Nigeria will remain the way it is for a long time to come. On this note, we end this edition of The Beam, but remember, the conversation is not over. It continues online. Just follow the social media addresses showing on the screen and make your voices heard. Thank you for watching. I am Victor Matthias.